Hi Palwan, welcome to your reading. So let's find out today about what did your person think after seeing your social media. So we have overcome your challenges. Gentleness, be kind to yourself and others, honor your gentleness, speak words of love. Wings, you never needed those wings to fly. Beauty. Rabbit. Two of Pentacles. Self-care. I feel like when they first saw your social media, there was an immediate sense of curiosity, a quiet pull that they couldn't quite explain. They noticed the energy you carry, the way your presence seems gentle, yet deeply grounded. I feel like there's a softness about you that draws people in, a subtle invitation to feel seen, understood, and appreciated. So their first impression wasn't superficial at all. It went beyond what they could see visually. It was an awareness, an instinctive recognition of someone who has walked their path with care, resilience, and authenticity. I feel like they felt your gentleness, not as fragility but as strength, the kind of quiet power that nurtures and uplifts. Now, as they scrolled, they couldn't help but sense the harmony you maintain within your life. There's an elegance in the way you navigate challenges, an ability to balance responsibilities, passions, and personal growth without losing yourself. So this gave them the sense that you are someone who has mastered the art of flow, not perfection, but the graceful adaptation to life's ups and downs. They admired that balance, even if they didn't immediately put it into words. So what they felt was a sense of ease around you, as if being in your space, even virtually, allowed them to breathe a little easier. So your presence sparked inspiration in them, almost like a gentle nudge that they too could rise above the limitations they have placed on themselves. They recognized a kind of freedom in your energy, a reminder that true growth doesn't come from striving to prove yourself, but from embracing your own truth. The way you present yourself thoughtfully with self-care and awareness spoke volumes about your inner confidence. It conveyed that you are someone who honors yourself, values your journey, and knows that beauty, both inner and outer, is cultivated through love and care, not through comparison or judgment. They also noticed the layers of your personality that make you uniquely magnetic. There's a playfulness and lightness that shines through, moments of joy that feel contagious. But beyond that, they sensed your depth, the wisdom that comes from experience and reflection. They felt invited to connect with more than just your images or posts. They were drawn to your energy, to the stories your presence silently tells. In seeing you, they glimpsed someone who is authentic, radiant, and unapologetically themselves, which is far more compelling than any curated image. What left the deepest impression, though, was the sense of possibility that radiates from your energy. They saw that your life, your journey, is a testament to courage and resilience. There's an unmistakable sense that you have flown, even when you didn't need external tools or validation to lift you off the ground. This realization stirred something within them, a quiet awe, admiration, and perhaps even a longing to embody some of that same freedom in their own life. They felt encouraged by your example, inspired to cultivate self-love, to honor their own gentleness, and to approach life with the same open-hearted courage you exude. Finally, they sensed a personal invitation in your energy, one that is subtle but profoundly impactful. It wasn't just about watching your posts or admiring your presence. It was about feeling seen, accepted, and uplifted. Your content spoke to them in ways that words alone couldn't convey, encouraging them to reflect on their own journey, to embrace their challenges, and to find beauty in their own evolution. What they walked away with, even if only consciously, was a sense that being gentle with themselves, balancing their life with care, and nurturing their own inner beauty is not just possible, it's essential. In essence, what they felt after seeing your social media was a mixture of admiration, inspiration, and a quiet call to awaken their own potential. Your energy communicated that life doesn't have to be heavy, that you can rise, thrive, and radiate beauty without losing yourself along the way. It left them with the lingering sense that your journey is one worth observing, learning from. Your presence encourages growth, gentleness, and freedom in ways that linger long after this scroll has ended. Okay? Yeah. So that's where I'm ending the reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which pile you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out today about what did they think when they saw your social media. So we have free yourself from pain. Cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. Okay, interesting. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Sanctuary. I am divinely guided gently and lovingly. Moon. Queen of Cups. Blooming. Okay. I feel like when they first came across your social media, there was an immediate pull, a magnetic curiosity that couldn't be ignored. It wasn't just the visuals or the aesthetic. They felt something deeper, a resonance with the energy you radiate. There was a subtle, quiet strength woven into your presence, one that whispered of resilience and self-awareness. So from the very first post or story, they sensed that you are someone who has journeyed through your own pain and has emerged on the other side with a gentleness that doesn't demand attention but naturally commands respect. They noticed how you carry yourself, how your content flows with a sense of timing and rhythm that feels natural and aligned. There's a sense that you understand cycles, not just the cycles of life, but the cycles within yourself. They felt that your energy honors the natural flow of things. The way moments of rest and reflection are just as important as moments of action. It gave them the sense that you live in harmony with your own rhythm, and through that, you have learned to navigate life with grace. There's also a soothing cadence to your presence that invites them to pause, breathe, and reconnect with their own natural cycles. What struck them most, though, was the energy of sweetness and care that emanates from your posts. They felt an immediate contrast to the harshness of the world, a reminder that life can be nurtured, that they can choose gentleness over bitterness and care over criticism. It was as if, through your energy alone, they were being gently reminded that they deserve moments of softness, joy, and love in their own lives. They felt the invitation to release old resentments, to stop being harsh with themselves, and to choose experiences and connections that nourish their spirit. Also, your social media didn't just speak of beauty, it spoke of sanctuary. There was a sense that within your presence, there's a space of safety, love, and guidance, a quiet sanctuary where judgment doesn't exist and healing is naturally encouraged. They sensed that you navigate life guided by an inner compass, and that everything you share carries intention and care. That energy, though subtle, left a deep impression on them that it's possible to move through the world with intention, to honor oneself, and to embrace guidance from the universe with trust and openness. There was also a magnetic sense of mystery and depth. They felt drawn to the way you seem to bloom in your own time, moving through phases of transformation that feel effortless yet profound. Your growth feels authentic, rooted in reflection, intuition, and self compassion, which inspired them without even realizing it. They noticed that your presence is not static, it evolves, it deepens, and it radiates a quiet magic that hints at the unseen currents of energy you are aligned with. They were reminded of the subtle power of tuning into their own instincts, trusting their inner voice, and honoring the cycles of their own lives. Even beyond admiration, there was a sense of encouragement and empowerment that came through your energy. They felt that you embody the truth, that they too can free themselves from past pain and cycles that no longer serve them. There was a feeling that life doesn't have to be heavy or harsh, that it is possible to cultivate sweetness, joy, and profound guidance for oneself. Your presence communicated that freedom comes not from escaping life's challenges, but from embracing them with awareness and compassion, honoring one's own journey and trusting the unfolding of each phase. Now, ultimately, what they felt after seeing your social media was a combination of inspiration, comfort, and reflection. They walked away with a subtle yet powerful realization that nurturing oneself, honoring natural rhythms, and embracing the sweetness life offers is not indulgence, it is essential. They sensed that through your energy, they could find the courage to be gentle with themselves, to trust their intuition, and to allow transformation to happen naturally. Your social media didn't just show a life, it conveyed an invitation to step into their own sanctuary of love, guidance, and blooming potential. Yeah. Okay. So that's all. That's where I'm ending reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which part you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye. Hi Padri, welcome to your reading. So let's find out today about what did they think after seeing your social media. So we have take action, expansion, spread your wings and soar, share your message and shine your light, show the world what you are made of. Flower, be honest with yourself. Purification, my energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. Bore. Okay, devil. Harvest. I feel like when they first saw your social media, there was an undeniable spark, an instant recognition of energy that felt both vibrant and commanding. They noticed immediately that you are someone who doesn't wait for life to happen. You move, you act, and your energy carries the unmistakable imprint of momentum. There was an impression of courage and decisiveness, a sense that you take initiative and are unafraid to step into your power. This energy didn't come across as brash or overwhelming. Rather, it was inspiring. A clear message that life rewards action and that you are not afraid to claim what is yours. Now, as they explored your content, they felt the expansion in your energy. They sensed that you are not confined by limitations. There was a sense of wings unfurling, of a soul ready to soar, to share its unique gifts with the world. They were drawn to the way you express yourself authentically without holding back, and it left them feeling both in awe and motivated. Your posts carried a message of encouragement, not just for them to admire from afar, but to awaken something within themselves. They sensed that you live in a space where growth and self expression are non negotiable, and that inspired them to examine their own potential. There was also a profound sense of honesty and self awareness radiating from your presence. They felt that you are deeply connected to yourself, willing to face uncomfortable truths and to acknowledge your own journey fully. This authenticity gave your social media a rare quality. It was relatable yet aspirational. The sense that your energy calls for reflection, for asking oneself the difficult questions, and for making choices that align with your highest self. There was a subtle challenge in your energy, urging them to be honest with themselves, to confront their own shadows, and to step into clarity and integrity. Now, beyond honesty, there was an unmistakable feeling of cleansing and renewal. Your energy communicated that you have shed what no longer serves you and continue to clear space for what aligns with your highest path. This purification wasn't just physical, it was emotional, mental, and spiritual. They felt inspired by your ability to let go of attachments, fears, and unnecessary burdens. In watching your journey unfold through your social media, they realized that transformation isn't about forcing change, but about allowing oneself to be released from what holds you back and trusting that the right energy will flow in naturally. They were also struck by the strength and resilience that runs beneath your presence. There was a boldness, raw, earthy energy that reminded them of determination and grounded power. They sensed that you have faced challenges and temptations, yet emerged wiser and more self assured. Your energy communicated that life is meant to be fully experienced, that missteps and challenges are part of the process, and that power comes not from avoiding difficulties, but from navigating them with awareness and courage. So, this left them feeling inspired to confront their own obstacles with similar fortitude. Now, as they continued to engage with your content, they noticed a celebratory, abundant energy that hinted of fruition and reward. There was a sense that the efforts you have poured into your life are yielding results, and your labor and intention are manifesting tangible outcomes. This energy wasn't just material, it was creative, spiritual, and personal. They felt that your presence carries the promise of what is possible when one commits fully to their path, when one honors actions, expansion, and authenticity. It left them with a sense of hope and motivation, a quiet urging that they too can cultivate abundance in their life if they align their energy and focus. Finally, what lingered most deeply was the sense of empowerment and inspiration that radiates from you. They didn't just see your posts, they felt your journey, your energy, your commitment to growth, and your willingness to stand in your truth. They walked away with the impression that life is vast and full of possibilities, and they are capable of stepping fully into their own light. So, your social media communicated a profound message. Take action, honor yourself, release what no longer serves you, and trust that your courage, authenticity, and dedication will bring growth, reward, and the fulfillment of your highest potential. It left them feeling energized, awakened, and quietly compelled to rise alongside the energy you project so powerfully. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so that was all. That's where I'm ending the reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which value you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.